Hello and welcome to the 50-cent tour of Friday, July 12th, 2013. Congratulations on making it through the week. Please find a seat on the Liberty bus and we will begin our tour. New Black Panthers, unrest all over America if Zimmerman is acquitted. And Alex Jones spent the first hour and a little more this morning talking about this issue and the threats that there will be violence if there's an innocent verdict returned by the jury. I guess the jury is probably going to begin debating today and have a decision probably before too long. So this is very much in the news, and I was so glad today that that Alex had Larry Pinkney as a guest, and he used to be involved in the Black Panther Party years ago, and he's had some lessons from Malcolm X about peace and how crime is crime no matter who commits it, and right is right no matter who does it, wrong is wrong no matter who does it, and just some real deep wisdom. And a lot of the problem tends to be that we want to react from our, what we might call gut, but a lot of it is lizard brain. Alex also has Wayne Madsen on this morning, and Wayne Madsen is talking about how the news is crafted it's all sound bites, and it's most of it's crafted to get us to feel a certain way, to react a certain way. But we need to think, and this video is actually called Larry Pinkney Begs You to Reclaim Your Mind. Instead of just reacting, we need to keep thinking and keep processing, and don't just assume that, oh yeah, I already get it, I already know, I already understand. He's talking about a specific instance here, but dangerously superficial media soundbite rhetoric, which indefinitely calls for change. And he's asking people to continue to think as they process information and not put our minds on autopilot, and just because there's somebody that we've trusted in the past is saying something, my goodness, don't just accept it. Keep thinking about it. Keep processing. Don't do the lizard brain reaction. And I have this verse that came to my mind this morning. Everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger, for the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. And with these instances, like the trial that's going on, the media, a lot of different aspects of what we know to be the New World Order, try to put things in a way so that we react, instead of being quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Quick to hear isn't just listening to the guy on television tell you what you should think. Quick to hear means processing information and listening, and not just accepting one source, but listening and interpreting for ourselves, and even intuiting, just trying to understand what's really going on instead of reacting to stimulus. Not, we have higher consciousness, right? We don't have to be afraid of people of other races. We don't have to hate somebody because the news tells us to hate them. We don't have to pervert justice in order to be safe. Zen Gardner, The Reptilian Roots of Pedophilia. And, I have this here because it's interesting on its own, but I just thinking about that, the lizard brain, and reacting to things out of our more base, or our lower, more instinctive. And instincts can be wonderful and beautiful, but these, the lizard brain reaction to fear and to have anger, hostility, whatever. We're human beings. We do not need to be slaves to that. But this article has, a lot of photos that you probably will find offensive. But it's just to remind us of what kinds of, just how the New World Order relies on us having these reactions. And how they themselves do. The reptilian instinct is a parasitic one, and vampiric sexuality is at its core. Just to remember, this is what we don't want to be. We want to employ our higher brains. We want to process information. We want to arrive at the truth. And we don't want to accept some soundbite as the truth. U.S. State Department caught in massive human trafficking operation. Talk about the lizard brain. I've mentioned before a movie called Whistleblower about a lady who worked as a part of the UN outreaches into other countries, and how the UN soldiers were involved right at the core of human trafficking. And she found out and made a huge effort to be a whistleblower. And she was told to be quiet, and she was threatened, and it's a good movie, and it's a true story. And, this just goes on. This is true. This is real. And isn't it time that we do become incensed, not out of a lizard brain reaction, not to a sound bite, but on a deep thinking level, and just say, these people are not worthy of being called leaders. They're not worthy of us paying tribute to in our taxes. This is not the country that we want to be. And Pope Francis lays down the law on child sex abuse on Vatican grounds. And dare we hope that this is really a good guy. And this is, it's amazing that it even has to happen. But at least, maybe this is a sign of progress. Maybe this is a sign of progress. This is saying, that the child rapists and murderers should be arrested. And of course they should. But even the acknowledgement that it happens, I suppose, is a sort of progress. Big Sis to resign from Department of Homeland Security. Wow. There's a resignation. And here's another resignation. Federal Reserve Governor steps down, giving no reason. And what's going on? There's change happening. Whoa. Fed's Plosser admits Fed was responsible for last housing bubble, doesn't want to create another. Oops, too late. There already is a housing bubble, as I mentioned a while ago, a couple weeks ago, with the REITs buying up, just individual houses. And if you live in California and you are at all aware of the real estate market, you know that there is a bubble. But it's, nice that they have the sentiment, right? Millions of GMO mosquitoes released without risk assessment or oversight. Well, if you're going to be outside at night, I suggest you check out some essential oil mosquito repellent, because who knows what might happen to you if you're bitten by GMO mosquitoes. Who knows what will happen to the birds who eat them. So we just, hopefully we'll be able to put an end to all of this manipulation of DNA and our beautiful Earth. The forces behind carbon-centric environmentalism. And you've got this, these people releasing GMO mosquitoes without even trying to find out what the impact will be on the environment. But carbon, CO2, which is completely natural, the only way you cannot give off CO2 is if you stop breathing. And trees need it. Everything green needs CO2. That's why CO2 is called a greenhouse gas, because if these gases are readily available, the earth will be green. And, is that a bad thing? But anyway, CO2 is the villain. But GMO mosquitoes we're supposed to overlook. Right. For some good news with which to end the week, 6 smart lifestyle changes proven to slash your risk of cancer. And another article from Natural News, the good news website. Not all good news, but a huge amount. Because the truth about natural health is very, very, very good news. Spirulina, immune-boosting, mood-enhancing, protein-rich wonder food. So find out about spirulina. Maybe you can add that to your diet. Get out to a health food store this weekend. The Daily Tour is a presentation of She Who Will Walk in the Dark Productions, and we thank you for joining us for today's tour. The dawn is coming. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hoping that you will love one another, have a great weekend, take care, and insist on liberty.